on the couch. In fact, two members of this five-piece band. It's Nyameko. Thank you for joining us, Nyameko, as well as Nkuli. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for inviting us.
Okay, I think Nkuli, just help me. Impande Core. Help us understand the name.
Impande Core simply means what? The center of the roots. Why we chose that, we feel entitled to everything that's rooted, with our heritage, culture, background, and yeah.
So you're going back to your roots, Impande being root.
Being a root, yes.
To the root of the core and the core of the root.
Yeah.
Right in the center.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me an idea, Nyameko, about the style of your music.
The style of the music really, it encompasses a variety of genres. We try by all means not to leave anything behind. And, it got very tricky now when we had to actually name the genre and say, okay, this is the type of sound we do. But now we had to come to a conclusion, and we thought of, let's just call it carrot funk, having the carrot as the root, So we thought, okay, let's call it carrot funk. I mean, if the carrots are good for your eyesight, therefore the music must be good for your ear sight.
Ah, you do know that beetroot's also a root, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Carrot funk. It's tricky. It's catchy, and it's very young. Have people caught on to it?
Well, gradually, I think they're getting there. They always ask, "What is carrot funk?" It's what you hear. You must listen and decide. If it sounds good, follow it.
Carrot funk soup.
Funk soup.
Yeah.
Carrot soup. Young men and food, I tell you. So considering that you've pulled sounds and skills from so many different places. I mean, to be honest, you can do anything from Pakanga to hip hop.
Yes.
I'm told. What are your influences then?
They're both local and international, really.
Yeah.
It would be Madala Gunene, it would be Stimela, it would be Coldplay, it would be Kings of Leon, it could be Tatu Kefa Sumenya, it could be with the late Tatu Zimwa.
So you are just music lovers making music that you love?
That's nice. No boundaries.
Okay, and you make carrot funk. Okay, just needed to be sure of that. Tell me about how the band came together, Nkuli.
How we came together? Well, we pretty much from the same neighborhood, Forsteress, all of us, except our drummer, which is, we met him on the street one day, and I had a bass guitar. My guitarist was studying the following year to study music, and he found out that I've got a bass. We're like, hey, let's just try this, why not, create something instead of looking for something, we've got it, so let's just do it.
What was the sound that you started with, however?
Definitely, jazz played a major role, and every genre just fall into place, the likes of Jamiroquai, we love that. And, Stimela, like Nyameko said, I don't know what you think.
And how long ago was that?
Oh,
a while,
a long time ago.
Now, Nyameko, you play the trumpet.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not the easiest musical instrument to just pick up and play.
It's true.
So where did it start for you then?
Interesting story actually. Utatu Johnny Megwa. He's the man behind the whole thing. He was like, no, Nyameko, you've got lips of a trumpet.
Oh, really?
Everyone here is picking up the saxophone. You must take the trumpet. We don't have enough trumpet players. Like, but Johnny. But when I picked it up, I realized, wow, actually, this is the horn for me, So pretty much I can say, as much as it might sound corny, but it did choose me. And I fell in love with it. I really did.
That is interesting, because it's not as I said, it's not the most popular, but neither is, in fact, the bass guitarist. The bass guitarist in the band really, and it's interesting, you as the bass guitarist, you give what I like to term the base of the soup. Very people actually notice. But it's an awesome instrument. Tell us more about why you play the bass.
I like laying foundation, In order for us to get here, we have to have a very proper solid, fortified foundation. That's where I play, my role and constructing things from basics, and then my people coming, putting windows, decorating the whole structure that we're building, which is the music at the end, So yeah, that's the reason why I like playing bass. Start from the bottom, Don't start here, you will collapse. So I make sure down there is fortified before we get there.
Who writes your music?
Well, y'all do, eh? Yeah.
How did that come about? Because a collaboration of 5 people, it's a mean bunch. I mean, it's a lot of people. So tell me how the putting together of one song, for example, would come together.
Mainly it would be, an experience. We would feel a certain way and have a discussion about it as a band, casually so. And our vocalist would be like, oh yeah, and then he'll start singing something, and Ntsikelelo Machache, who's our guitarist, maybe would follow, and then Nkuli would just follow, put his lace the bass, and Malibonga, our drummer, and then he laces the rhythm, and of course I have to listen to Smash, our vocalist, and the chords, the foundation of the chords, and just follow. It just happens spontaneously. There's no formula really.
It means a great intimacy between band members, because you have to be taking energy off each other.
That's it. We feel on each other. We listen to each other. If he's playing nice trumpet lines, if I react to that positively, I definitely have to follow. Figure out, what are you playing? What are you doing? Man, that sounds nice. Let's all follow that and workshop it. Revisit it until it grows from a seed to a tree. That's how it works.
Okay, so what have you enjoyed most? Have you enjoyed recording or your live performances?
Oh, definitely
Live?
Yeah. Because it's immediate, the reaction, that you get from the crowd. You feel that energy.
So tell me more about the kinds of audiences that you're putting at the moment. Where are you performing? And what kind of music are you putting on stage at this time?
Right now, really, I'd say the near contemporary, minded youth, or people who are really into the urban culture. They are the ones really who are following into the sound that we're making. And surprisingly so, you'd find an old lady in Foslo, singing along to one of the songs, especially the song we have, What About You? It's a song that really encompasses a variety of age groups, from age 8 to maybe late early 50s. Like my mom always sings along to the song. Yeah.
It's wonderful when young people begin to make music that transcend time.
True.
Because when one looks back and you create an archive, you don't just want what we consider the golden oldies to be in your archive. We'd like some of your sounds to be in an archive. Is that really part of the aim here?
I think, it's part of the continuity, the journey, the movement, We play as of the instruments, and we have to keep on advancing and, evolving every time, So we're trying to take what we've been listening to growing up to the next level, and it's actually happening.
Impande Core, very interesting name, a very eclectic 5-person band, a wonderful range of musical styles within the band, personalities within a band. I don't always know how people get along 5 at a time, all the same time, trying to come up with one idea. But I guess at the end of the day, music is not just about one clear idea. It's about the coming together and a culmination of very different forces into one musical experience. So Nyameko and Nkuli, thank you for joining us in the studio. We're going to play out with the song that Nyameko mentioned. Here it is. What About You?
Impande Core, Vuka Afrika. Let's cut your cycle, see a vibe. Each and every day, yes, you wanna cry. By the end of the day, you don't wanna try. About you, what about you? 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 What about? You better change your job. A lot of things you better change more. Think you better keep yourself a close. Yeah, you better change your job. A lot of things you better change more. Hey, who says you better buckle up? Man, the best left cause the time is up. You gotta be yourself and stop sucking knobs. Getting miles, not fortune, and it's until luck. Down and out, to the right and left. Only yourself now, you gotta serve. All the past was the land and cap. Now focus is the only thing you need to have. We every time you go, Vuka Afrika. Always got your cycle, see a vibe. Each and every day, yes, you wanna cry. By the end of the day, you don't wanna try. Bye.